Hi everyone, here I am again in the Lake District. A few weeks ago, myself and Liz came up to the Lake District to Bowness to try out and see whether my Volvo V60 is good enough for a family car to do everything that you need to do for the price of 1,800 quid, and it absolutely was. However, we tried to go over the Hardknott pass. We did go over, to be honest, but because the dash cam that I was using, the VFO A329, is very, very high res, it ate up the memory card and I forgot to change it as we got down to the other side before we drove home. So I had all the inside footage, but it didn't have the outside footage, so it didn't really tie up. So I've come back to the Lake District, this time in a different Volvo, a Volvo V60 that Volvo UK have lent me for a week, and there's plenty of content coming up regarding this car, but I'm just going to go and drive back to the Hardknott Pass, have another go. It suits really what I need to do because this is an automatic and my Volvo V60 is a manual, so there's a little bit of a different conversation. I'm going to include some of the inside footage from last time because Liz's face is a picture on certain aspects of what we were doing. So I'm going to get myself there and then we'll take it up from then. So we're not far off. So I thought I'd get the cameras rolling. There's been already a couple of tight sections where if big vehicles come the other way, just like this, you've got a few little problems. So, is this V60 Volvo a problem size-wise? No. Well, the turn and circle is no different than my Ford Focus, although it is a little longer. I don't think it's anything or any wider. But this is the start of the narrow sections, so I will get recording and we'll see what's up. Okay, first of all, this is down into a valley before we then go back up again. What I was talking about with Liz was lower gears and how you need to utilize the lower gears when you are coming down steep downhill sections. Turning round, have they had one go one way and they're going the other way? No, just walkers. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you need to utilize lower gears, and I'm going to have a little go at that in the automatic as well. I've got a manual option in this particular car, but going uphill in an automatic, like I explained on the first video, I'm not going to replay all of it, we're just going to see little snippets of it. It will naturally pick and keep in a lower gear if there's a load on the engine. Now, my old V50 got up here, no bothers. It's a 1.6 diesel. This has got much more torque. It's got much better tyres as well than my Volvo, so we shouldn't have any issues going up in this. The long bonnet there was a little touch of an issue because it was pointing up and it obstructed my view of this road just for a little bit. So notice the seating position. I sat quite high and quite tall. Last time we did, I think it was at this little section, might have been this bend, we had a, no, maybe not this bend, we had a four-wheel drive vehicle towing a trailer full of livestock, I think it was sheep, and I had to hold back for it. Here I've just waited at the widest part as I possibly could find. There's someone else coming as well. and then the Golf moving shows us that we should be okay after the discovery. People shouldn't be bombing around, but maybe consider the use of a horn. I've only ever done this once before, but I'm sure the section is a little bit further up when I had the vehicle coming the other way. I'll remember it when we get there. You should put your regen on, or a lower gear, but like I said, your car's pretty heavy duty.
God, how quick did they want to go?
Yeah, he's trying to get up the hill though, to be fair to him, isn't he?
I want to use some rounds here because he's
Yeah.
not sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, little pieces.
So, yeah, he was going quick, but what was he doing with that hill?
Trying to get up, yeah.
Trying to get up. Slow and caution. You've got to be careful just over rises, just to make sure that people aren't building their speed more to get up the rise, because that's really what you should be trying to look to do. However, you can't go too quick when you can't see up the top of it. So where's the space to deal with the white one? The white one should wait at space and allow me to go through it, which they've done reasonably well. It would have been better to wait here, but they have picked a decent enough gap. Fair play. Okay, no issues. Interesting just to see the cone outside that entrance to stop people probably going down too far there. This was the Golf that we saw before. They opened the door. You could. The four-wheel drive's done a good job. I'm just going to tuck it in early in this wider part. Come on, buddy. It's easier to do on the straight part rather than the bend. Come on. Come on, fellow Volvo. Come on. Come on, sir. You're all right. Sorry, call that lady a sir. It's a little bit more difficult for her to reverse around this bend, especially when she can't see what's coming. Hopefully, there's a little bit more traffic that I have to deal with to cause me some more issue, because we didn't have loads last time when I came with Liz. It wasn't much. I think I've had more in the first few minutes than I had last time I came, so that's good. Okay, no problems. Don't rely on people giving way when you're coming uphill when they're coming down. Don't rely on that. Try and cross view as well. That's what I'm doing here. However, the road went straight a little bit, so just keep watching as much as you can. Got to be ready to reverse. It's going to be pretty straightforward in this car. This is a Volvo V60. It's the B4, so it's the 2-litre turbo. It's the base engine. Still got 200 brake, but it's the ultra spec, so we've got 360 cameras, we've got all the bells and whistles with this. Again, big thanks to Volvo UK for lending me it for the last week. We've put nearly 1,000 miles on it. It's mainly been content based as well, so there's going to be a fair bit going forward. Okay. So again, what would you do here if someone came? Pretty awkward. You just got to look far and utilise every space that you possibly can and be ready to reverse. Notice the caution there. Now there is someone coming. Is there a big enough spot? Yeah, there was. Nice job. Luckily timed as well. But they are dotted around. There's a little one here. If someone else came, try and cross view. It's difficult with the hedges. Just cautious. It's not just cars, vans, maybe lorries as well that I'm looking at here. Don't suppose, right? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay, I'm just going to put my 360 cam on. There's a tight one. We're good. He did a good job. I was ready to reverse, but didn't use the 360 cam in the end. All I was doing was looking at the widest point in my car, which is the mirrors. If you're looking down away from your mirrors, might be too late by the time you look back up. This was the little corner last time, I'm sure, where the four-wheel drive came zooming up, because there's a little hill round the corner. I'm sure it was. Yes, it was. We arrived at exactly the same point. Come on, don't stop. People don't really understand the length of their car. They look over the bonnet and think it's close. I just sat there smiling at him. He had loads of room, but he wasn't happy going. But that's always the correct thing to do. If you're unsure, don't go. But in any case, try and work off where you sort of like you perceive your knees to be, because that's a better perception of actually how long your car is. So I'm glad we've had a couple of these little situations to deal with. It's been really good, much better than last time. But Liz's face was an absolute picture. I will show little clips at little points. There's a bit going down the other side that Liz was pulling her normal face. I think there's an emoji for that one, isn't there? Beautiful scenery though, but can't really pay too much attention to it. We've got to keep job in hand, which is making sure this is going to be safe if someone came the other way. It's good to see the two cyclists coming behind that Range Rover as well. And I'm coming and keeping wide here. Nope. All good. Slow again. Okay. So, this way. Extreme caution, narrow route, severe bends, gradient, max 30%, 1 in 3. So this is getting to the proper stuff now. I'm going to take a load of care of Volvo's car. It was brand new when they delivered it to me. It had come from Oxford way, and when it got delivered it had 195 miles on. That's back up to Liverpool. So it was a brand spanking new car, but it's been amazing. Okay, think of the next passing point and where your previous one was all the time. So I'm remembering this one now. There's another one here. Is that a dog walking there, or is that something fluttering? Yeah, it is a dog. Good spot, Ashley. I don't know where the owner is, in any case. It's probably a farm dog, isn't it? It is. Beautiful scenery up there as well. This is a new dash cam VFO have not long sent me. It's the VFO A229 Ultra. Cracking bit of kit. In one of the upcoming videos I do a little bit more about its capabilities. But we've got 4K front and 4K back. You notice the rear footage probably a little over sharpened, however still good quality. Okay, much more confident in this car than my V50. The tyres make a big difference. The automatic makes it easier as well. Okay. Try and keep momentum as much as you can, but on that previous turn, maybe a little slippy in certain situations. However, you're trying to keep your momentum so you're not having to accelerate hard up the steeper part. But again, there's always a balance with what you can't see coming the other way. The animals are always potentially a little bit of an issue whenever you're driving a road similar to this. There you go, 25% incline. I'm planning all the way up to the top where those cars are parked and beyond, but we can't see round this little bend, so I'm just being ready to park in there if needed. So this car's coming down now. It's finding a little spot. I'd rather not do it next to a steeper section. Hopefully I've been seen. There is a nice little cutout here that I'm going to utilise. It does have a four-wheel drive vehicle, so you shouldn't have an issue just going over the edge of the stones like that. You're okay, sir. Okay, I'll look all the way up to the top. There's a car up there. As you can see, it is pretty steep, but it doesn't surprise me how well this Volvo's coping. The suspension is so comfortable as well. Even over this poor road surface, it's not an issue. I'll have a look at the lower gear stuff when we're going down, but effectively in a manual you need lower gears going up and lower gears coming down. Beautiful little bridge. The sun's a little bit awkward. I may get me sunglasses out short. Didn't expect the weather to be so nice. Very sure-footed, this thing. It's not four-wheel drive, it's front-wheel drive, this V60. You can get some of the models four-wheel drive, but it's not an issue. I don't know what that vehicle was stopping for. Perhaps the view. The view from here will be pretty impressive. It is very, very impressive. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to maybe even reverse in this little area here. We'll just stop for a little moment and look at the view. There's a car coming as well. What a perfect opportunity. Okay. So, You're all right. We've got our 360 cam. That makes things very easy. And it gives us, make sure it is in drive before we go again. Tremendous view down that side. No one coming. Some amazing parts of our country that we rarely go off and visit. Anyone coming? Ready to slow, ready to slow. Oh, sun's awkward there. I think the sun visor down. That's a bright one. I'm just going to get my sunglasses out as well, just while I'm on top up here. I want to take hands off the wheel, or a good little spot to put them on. Let's get that visor back up again. Put that away. Okay, so that's the first little section out of the way. There are some other bits a bit further down. Then back up again. We've by no means finished yet. That car's all the way up to the top there, so do try and plan that far ahead. Doesn't mean, because that's how far we can see, there's no one just hidden here. There was a car hidden. Good job it was going in our direction, which makes things a little easier. Gives us a chance to preempt things as well. If we see they've got issues, we know we've got issues, and we can plan things out. So I'm keeping momentum going up the hill. I was using first gear most of the time in my V50. Notice the movement in my seat as well. I think this is as high up as we get. He's taking a selfie. Is he classed as parked? Shall we report him? No. No, I think that's fine. You know, he's obviously come up here for the view. You're okay, buddy. Not a problem. Yep, enjoy the views. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my sunglasses on top of my head. I'm going to shift into manual, and now I can use the gear lever, moving it left or right to control the gears. I'm in manual second. I'm just going to go into manual first, and it just creates a little bit more engine braking. I'm just holding it back with the brakes. I do think I'm just going to reverse. Just to allow this one up to this point, because it's quite a steep little section. He's okay behind. Was he letting me go again? Okay, go on then, set. Manual, keep it in one, and hold us back. Nice job. You can get away with second gear. That's fine. They've worked things out behind. Okay, no problems. So we've reached the lower part of the valley. We haven't finished yet. There's a couple of other interesting sections a bit further up, so we'll still keep rolling. Just before we go off and deal with these sections, though, just have a little look at this piece of footage where we do a left turn. We'll come to it shortly. And Liz's face is an absolute picture. This section's good, isn't it?
God, look at that down there.
So I can't see, is anyone coming from the left side, Liz? No, I can't see where to turn as well. Liz, chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Clutch is up now as well. It's an important point for everyone to aid with the slowing down. You all right? Glad I kept it running. Were they the two steepest bits, do you think? Pretty impressive that, isn't it? Don't you think? Liz, thanks for putting up with me. Relax. You're right now?
Just the road's wet as well.
It is. I'm going to leave it in first gear. So I'm looking across a wider course and keeping flowing as much as I can. There's a little bit of wheel spin. So again, I'm just trying to keep the momentum going. And this was, are you all right, Liz?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
And this was the little bit of trepidation I had with the tyres. Well done, sheepy.
It's wet.
I know, that's okay. So again, I'm keeping a higher speed.
I believe there's a van coming up here. What the fucking hell?
It's quality though, isn't it? Don't you think?
Fucking hell, have you seen the van?
Stop swearing,
Sorry.
Elizabeth. I will have to apologise for my dearest. This is just Liz's stress coming out. So, Liz, I'm sorry for putting you through this. I said to her this morning, should we go and do the Hardknott pass? She went, yeah. Didn't have a clue what it was like.
Just concentrate what you're doing.
I am, don't worry. In case you didn't notice, I'm okay at driving, Liz.
Yeah, and I remember when you weren't, so just concentrate on what you're doing.
Don't be telling people them stories. So why is it we use lower gears going downhill as well? Well, lower gears to go up gives us a little bit more power, but lower gears down gives us a little bit more control. There's a little bit more engine compression, and the engine compression slows or holds the car back. Knowledge of this is just honestly from things I've collected over the years. I did do a four-wheel drive course, which I learned a lot about low ratio gearboxes, up and downhill. Effectively pick the lowest ratio gear you can, just come off all the pedals, and the four-wheel drive vehicle will go down a steep section quite slowly, and it will go up a steep section quite slowly and controlled as well. It just literally just doing steering. And on occasions on the four-wheel drive course, because the trail that I was on was rutted, you didn't even steer, so you were just sort of like a little passenger just sitting there. But I'd always advise going off and doing courses and broadening your knowledge. But you do that anyway, because you sat watching me just drive down a little twisty road in the Lake District. However, look at that for scenery. Beautiful. You can see the section up ahead. Hopefully you should be able to see it with this VFO footage, because it's 4K, it's pretty high resolution. There are some vehicles coming the other way. I'm looking all the way down to effectively the other end of the valley where the road goes back up again. So it's down over there that I'm looking. You can actually see the road all the way up as well. There are vehicles that we do have to deal with, so already I'm planning them. I'm not going to go past a passing place unless I know that there's one a little bit further up. I'm just a little cautious now with this one coming. I think there is one up here. We're okay. It's a four-wheel drive vehicle, so they can drive in a river. Yeah, we do have one here. Oh, he's letting me go. I was just going to do exactly the same there. Now, I know you shouldn't flash your lights to beckon. However, who would have seen that and acted upon it? It's not as if we're going to have a pedestrian. Got to be careful in case someone's diving over the top. And that's the bit that I was talking about before. You're trying to keep your momentum going, but you've always got to be ready in case someone comes over the top. So yeah, that flash, I was going to do exactly the same in that situation. The driver of the Land Rover beat me to it. No one else was going to be misled by that flash of the lights. There was only myself and that other driver on the road that was visible, so yeah, not a problem. Don't forget, the flash of the lights is always look at me. So let's just give you this little scenario. It's a nice way to think about it. If that driver had flashed and carried on, what would you have done? You would have waited. If the driver flashed and waited like they did there, what did I do? I carried on. So it's not the flash that does the problem. Well, it's not the flash that you should work off, it's the action. Just, I won't say concerned, but there's a little bit a bit further up where there's a couple of vehicles on a little section up ahead, and I just saw some reverse lights on. So I'm just going to keep an eye on them, and to do that and keep an eye on what I'm doing here is really important. So it's really important to go slow. It's this road to the right after the bridge that we're taking, a beautiful little bridge as well. No one's coming. That's one of those scenarios where the bonnet gets in the way, so you've got to make sure you line up first. So I'm just looking, yes, where I am, and also up there, because if there are a couple of vehicles stuck together, now there is a car coming, so I'm just going to use this little area here. I'm going to let them go nose in. Oh, okay, that's all right, no problems. That's an interesting little option, but it is one that works on occasions, going to the opposite side of the road. There's my camera overheated, so I am just going to park in a second and get another camera going. Give us a sec. The audio might not be as good now, however, we've still got some. Take auto hold off, click the parking brake off, and just roll it back. You're all good. Yeah, we're all recording. 360 camera is still recording. Okay. No bothers. So it was a bit further up. Just looking up at the road now, it looks as though the issue has cleared, but there are a couple of people on of these tighter corners here that were just stuck for a little second. I'm just going to move that down there so it doesn't rattle. This is a tight little section. This was the section where Liz started to get a little worried. When we get to the corner that I showed you the footage just before, I'll let you know. But we look pretty clear all of it there. We've got no one coming down. All good. We're on our own for a little. We do have someone. These were the two that I was talking about before. I don't really want to get stuck behind them. Looks as though they're turning around. We'll just sit and be patient. If I was in the second camper, I'd reverse back to this space, and if they're together, they might not be together. If they're together, I would have reversed back here. Doesn't look as though they are. Or are they going to reverse in there? Yes, they are. They are together. Do you want to come through? Come through. Yep, they were just turning round. You're alright. I agree with their decision, but they might still have some problems going up the next section. Anyway, so I'm keeping momentum, I'm increasing the use of the gas. That would awkward there because I couldn't see. I suppose I could turn the camera on as well. That's a useful addition because the bonnet is quite long from where I'm sat. I can potentially just have a little nosy about where I am with the 360 cam. Don't be in the road, cheaps. Car's amazing. It's excellent. No issues. No issues whatsoever. Can you see why those campers didn't come up here? Feel a little bit of a slip on the wheel, just there. But we're all okay. You can hear the engine. It's in its lowest gear and it's staying there. It's now gone up into second, but this one's, from what I remember, one of the sharpest ones. So I'm going to take a wide course, look out to the right, and I'm going to keep momentum going. So therefore there's less pressure on the tyres. There's less mechanical grip. Well, no, there would be less mechanical grip. Oh, you're a star, sir. Thank you. Yeah, what I was saying is there's less pressure on the tyres if you keep momentum going. They do there's harder work for them to do if you stop and then start off again. The gearbox is coping with it really well. It's trying to go into second, but when the steeper section hits, it just puts it back down into first again. It's in second now, keeping the momentum, but just being careful of people over the top. And that's just virtually done. Beautiful view out the left hand side. Amazing. A little bit uneven road surface. But although my V50 got up here comfortably, it's a different proposition in this, which you would expect. This is a brand new car. Well, it was last week. Now it's done 1,000. Oh, it's done exactly 1,000 miles. How mad's that? As I go to say it's done 1,000 miles, it has done exactly 1,000 miles. So forever in its history, 1,000 miles birthday on top of the Hardknott pass with this motor. Good effort. That's the only little issue that's a little difficult. It's because it is a little longer. It's judging, can't see. So that's why I backed it off because it was that steep for this review as well. Yeah, because it was that steep, I couldn't see over the top. Obviously slowed right down there for the big pothole. So I'm going to go into manual mode again. And for now I'm going to stay in second, but we are coming up to the, we've arrived. No problems, let's just get rid of that phone call and get rid of that on there just while we had a quiet little section. I'm not going to be doing it over the next couple of minutes. So we're in manual 2, which is fine. Using the brakes over a prolonged period as well can be an issue because they'll heat up. So just occasionally let them release where you can and then press them again. But this is where the lower gear stuff comes in. I am going to go into first. The engine revs are higher, but because of that, it's doing a bigger job at holding me back. So if you just went straight over the edge there. So don't attempt this if you're not confident with what you're doing. This was one of the corners. I think this could very well have been the corner that I'm going to put my camera on because I can't see very well. This left hand side, I don't want to scrape a £45,000 brand new Volvo when it's not mine. You know, look after things when people lend you it. Look after the item as if it was your own. Yeah, that was the corner that Liz didn't like. But that's just pretty much done, I think. Are there any other roads that you can think of in the country that are quite similar? If you're in the Lake District, come and have a go with this. Just make sure you're happy with your car control and your understanding. Make sure you're good and happy with meeting situations and hill starts. But that's us done. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Apologies about the change of camera halfway through, however. Hopefully the audio was decent enough. Keep safe. Big thanks to Volvo again for lending me this car. Please keep tuned into the next few videos as well, because we do a fair bit of stuff with this car, and could be one for the future. Who knows? I'll see you soon.